All right, as most of you know, this is the way we've been traveling for the last couple of years. It's not enough anymore. So, I have found a Lear 122 camper topper that will fit on here. And I'm going to go to Tennessee to pick it up. We'll be doing away with the tonneau cover and the toolbox. And a 122, if you haven't seen one, they're pretty big. They come at the top of the cab and then they go up again. It will give us a ton of storage. So being able to take the smoker and the kayak and all the other things that we need to take, not an issue anymore. We don't have to keep filling up the trailer with stuff. We can actually put it in the truck. So let me get all this stuff took off of here. I'm going to pick it up Tuesday, so I'm going to get all this stuff off here today. So let's get started. Hey, if you're looking for a good setup for an 8-foot bed though for a F350, this is a 2016, I know where you can get you a sweet deal on a cover and a box. And as you can see, there is a ton of stuff in the back of that truck, and it's not even loaded down with everything that we normally take. It just got dive bombed by a bird. This is just like the very minimal. This doesn't include the barbecue grill, the smoker, the 50-gallon tank I put in here so we can boondock to offload the gray and black water. It doesn't include a lot of stuff. This is the Starlink box, what we use to haul our Starlink around in. Everybody knows what this is. Yeah, this is the accordion. No, actually, you guys know what that is. It's to hold your sewer hose. Bring you a little closer where you can see what I'm actually doing. All right, this tote has got black water. It's we use a macerator a lot of times, especially when we're boondocking, to offload it into the 50-gallon tank I keep in the back of the truck. This is the hoses I use for that, and it's got black water wrote all over the hoses, and they're this kind of like a sky blue, so I know for sure which ones they are. My regular water hoses are a different color. Speaking of a macerator, here it is. Essentials, you got to take those with you when you camp, especially if you boondock like we do. The old stinky slinky. All right, for one thing you're not familiar, the water softener. In fact, I need to regenerate that thing. It's time to regenerate it, and I haven't done it yet. Might do that today. These totes here, just a lot of like this one here, straps. Those other twos, they're fittings for hoses, whether it be drinking water or what have you. Whatever you need in there is probably in there. Little rubber gaskets that go in the hose that's always leaking, they're in there. Here's how I know my regular water hose and the black water is different. These are stainless steel. And they got the quick connects on them. If you guys don't have these quick connects, man, these things are awesome. More hoses. It takes, I think it's 3 hoses. 3 hoses to hook up the water filter and the softener. Here's the water filter. Again, probably time to change filters. My Lego set for the levelers. Everybody got to have the entryway pad where you can wipe the rocks and the sand off your feet. We also have a big rug, and it's laying out here somewhere. I ain't sure where it's at right this minute. That's one of the things that'll get packed back in here after I get the topper on it. This is a 110 to 12 volt converter. That's what I use to run the macerator. I have a 110 on the side of my trailer, so I plug this in and put the 12 volt macerator to it. That's how I run the pump. Not the only way to do it, just the way I do it. bag for the Anderson blocks. They're actually being used on the trailer right now. Park that back to keep it level. Buddy heater. For the nights you don't want to have a campfire and you just want to sit around and be warm when it's cool outside. I haven't made a mess out of this box. I gotta clean it up. It's got all the lights like you put on your canopy at night. This tote also has some oil in it in case I ever need it. I don't ever have to add any between oil changes, but just in case. Got a 4-way lug, some more straps, extension cords, dog bones to convert things. Quick connect for the propane for the grill. All kinds of stuff in there. Thing's heavy. Probably get better fuel mileage if I took that out. And a box of filters for the water system. Get around to changing them today, maybe. We'll see. Gotta have your flagpole. We actually put a flag on here, and then we put our Starlink on top of it. And everybody needs a big socket and wrench set. I forgot how much crap I got in the back of this truck. Big generator back here too I gotta get out. This is an electric over hydraulic pump. I don't know if you guys ever seen one of these or not. This is for guys like me who don't have to use a regular jack. This goes under your axle. You plug it up, turn it on. It hydraulically raises the jack up. Pretty nice. You can jack this truck up. You can jack up the trailer, change the tire. You don't have to drag the big old pumps and jacks out. Now I gotta find the key for the generator to unlock it. The generator is the one thing I do keep locked in the back of the truck just in case. But they can always cut the top of that tonneau cover and take it out. Of course, they can get this out too if they got time. This is really just kind of keep honest people honest. I use these cable locks. I don't know what you guys use. You can defeat these, but they're a little harder to defeat than just a regular little chain. Somebody just tell me about a new lock though, or may not be new, just hearing about it. It's you can't really cut it with bolt cutters. Kryptonite locks or something. Anyway, I gotta look into them, see. I don't know what this thing weighs, but it's over 100 pounds, I'm sure. Because it's more than I really want to pick up. A grill brush I ain't been able to find lately. I don't know where that thing got off to. Somebody find all kinds of stuff in here. This is a small socket set. I use it more than I do anything else. Problem with a dually is these big fenders won't let you reach over in there and get what you want. So you have to get creative and push things around and hope the other stuff comes with it. Of course, you got to have your ladder. Motorcycle helmets. Probably ought to remember to take them with me if I'm going to take the motorcycle. I will get to leave them here the next trip though, because we're just going to take the e-bikes with us. And a bottle jack, just in case the electric one quits. Are you guys amazed yet how much crap's in the back of this truck? Alright, this is a full toolkit. For the ones of you who hadn't seen one of these, this come off of Amazon. And it's a 799 piece professional toolkit. I don't know so much about the professional part, but it is really nice because it's got just about anything that you need in here. It gets you by in a pinch. But anyway, it's got all kinds of wire ties. It's got wrenches, needle nose, regular pliers, wire cutters, channel locks, all that in the first layer. The second layer, you got all kinds of screwdrivers, all the way down to the little bitties. Then you got one that checks for 12 volts, Allen sets. And down here in this one, you have a full socket set, and it's kind of heavy duty looking, really. Got all kinds of stuff in it. Then down here, the last one, you got all your miscellaneous stuff, little levels, the clamps, and little of this and that, and a tape measure, a hot glue gun, scissors, crimpers, hammer. I mean, you got pretty much anything you need. Like I said, this the professional grade, yeah, I'm not so sure about that, but get you by in a pinch. Pretty good little set, and I think this thing was about $100. I was kind of shocked. And it, pretty nice little case that it comes in, and I have literally beat this thing up, and it still closes and holds everything together. So, oh, it's also got a handle you can roll around. It's got rollers on it. It's not that heavy. Yep, there's the other one. These little hooks, they when you got this rolled up like this, there's another loop on the other side of this. You just bring these around and you lock them in it, and it keeps it from rolling back when you're going down the road if you're hauling something with it. So anyway, all right, I gotta get this thing took off. I gotta have I think it's 10 millimeter takes this thing off. So let me go find a 10 millimeter. I don't know if any of you guys ever had to mess with those clamps, but they're a pain. That's a good thing about them, even though they're a pain. Never had one come loose. Man, where do we clean out the main box up here? It is full too. I probably got a ton worth of stuff in the back of this 1-ton truck. Foam under these that made it seal on the bed. I've not had any water issues with this. And then on the front of it, you can see I put a, well, you can't see yet, but you will. There's a piece of foam on it, and I pushed this up into it. No issues. All right, I need a Phillips screwdriver to take that off. You won't ever find another one like it. I made this one. It was an 8-foot bed, and when I wanted to put the toolbox on it, I had to figure out how to make that work. So I took one that was for 8-foot bed and cut it down to fit with the toolbox. So it's a one of a kind. You won't find it anywhere else. But again, it just works really well for what we were using it for. All right, this is first post. Get the other side of it done. Put the screws back inside the lever. You guys ever do that? Take stuff apart and you set it down for just a minute, and you come back in 10 minutes and you can't find the screws. I don't know if that's a sign of getting old or just forgetful. Either way, it's annoying. That's the gasket I was talking about. It's just a foam gasket, but you push it up in it, you can see where it's made a channel in it, and it fit real tight. You can see it's wet on the outside, but it's dry on the inside. It does a really good job. Also, in the toolbox, when I set it on, I used the same foam, and You see when I take it off in a little while, but it's got a gasket all the way around it, all the way up to where this one was, so no water could get in there either. Well, let's see what we got behind door number 1. Plenty. So I think I'm just going to start with making, these are X braces, goes between the tires. Is anybody else as amazed as I am as how much stuff it takes just to go camping? I can remember when you could go out and throw a tent up. Didn't take a whole lot. But man, it seems like you got to buy a hardware store anymore to go camping. All right. The other half of the Anderson connectors. Or not connectors, levelers. The Anderson levelers. These are the other side of them. I didn't need them. I was just using them to level them back there. I already had chocks. You know, if you leave one piece of this at home though, it's always the part you needed. Torque wrench. Gotta have one of those. You got lubricants, and then you got fire starters, little tanks for the stove top if you wanted, or the little buddy heater. Propane torch works really good though to start a campfire. Anybody tired of watching me unpack yet? Oh, here's one you gotta have. Borax. Borax, you put it around your tires, anywhere the trailer touches the ground. Yeah, it'll stop ants and stuff from getting inside. So if you end up in Corps of Engineer like we do, state parks a lot, seems like there's always ant beds or something around. So get you some borax. Stuff works really good. Hey, if one of you decides you want to buy this box and the cover, remind me and I'll make sure I put that slide back in for you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to leave stuff in it till I reorganize. Gotta have screwdrivers. Cigarette lighter plug, hooks to battery, flashlights, extra locks. There you go, Y connector. Hey, put that Y connector back in that other box. This is to refill the 1 pound cylinders of propane from the big 20 pounder. Thing works too. You don't get a full 1 pound out of it. You get like 3/4 of a pound, but it doesn't matter. Sitting around the campfire and it goes out. You fill it back up pretty quick. Man, I was looking for that the other day. While I got it on my mind, I'm gonna put these in the right place. It can be pretty frustrating to get out somewhere and you can't find what it was you were looking for. That was number 13, let's see. Yeah, that's it. These are just held on with J hooks, what I call them. I'm not sure what they really are. I call it a J hook. All right, that one's off. All right, door number 2. Microfibers, heat shields for the windows. These, you guys can get you some of these if you don't have any. Got a window break in it, but this is what I really like. They're just battery powered road flares. You can do a steady, or you can make them blink. You can do them dimmer. You can use it for a flashlight. Pretty neat, isn't it? So anyway, it comes in a pack of 4. Get you some of them. You never know when you might need one. Fortunately, we don't typically travel at night, but even during the day, it's nice to have some. Marcella LED safety flares. Anyway, we like them. They're rechargeable too. Gotta have that. Gotta wash the black tank out. Ours is not like the new campers. Ours don't actually have a light water flush. DeWalt drill. I don't think I have it up here. I think it's down in the trailer, but I also carry a cobalt impact. Heavy duty jumper cable since I drive a diesel. This is the Go-V air compressor pump. If you ain't seen the product review I did on it, go look at it. Man, this thing is awesome. Must have. All kinds of little screws, fuses of every kind you can think of, wire connectors. Gotta have that. Drill bit set. Again, this is just a fishing tackle divider. I got it. I got that Harbor Freight. Anyway, you can see it's got all kinds of nuts, bolts, screws. I carry enough in this truck. I could probably just build a camper somewhere. Gotta keep the little buggies away. It's a citronella candle. This one here has just got all kinds of hoses, adapters and that kind of stuff for the air compressor. It was another compressor I used to have in here, and it quit, so I got the new one, but got a lot of hoses. Mainly the fittings is what I need. Alright, if you don't have this, why do you not have one? That is a complete bearing race seal kit for the axles I have on my trailer. You ain't got to carry all four, but you ought to at least carry one just in case. Alright, funnels of various sizes. This one here is to put oil back in my generator. So if you got just your regular small one here, and you got this big one, you can take it off. I found out when we first got on the road, man, you need a funnel for everything. Well, you don't have to have a funnel. You can always make a mess, and I was quite good at that. Hey, check this out. It's a grill cleaner. Put it on your drill, and it's not wire. It's some kind of I'm not sure what it's made out of. Maybe nylon or something. But man, it will clean a grill like nobody's business. Polish it right off. I'll get you one of those. Keep a spare flag. Speaking of flags, there's the flag. I need another bin. Again, another flashlight. I ought to check them occasionally too and see if the batteries are dead in them or not, like apparently this one is. Yep. Now I'll leave that out and just put batteries in this thing. Now, just put them in there about a month ago. I wonder why it's not working. Unless the switch got bumped and turned it on. That could have happened. We came through Louisiana. Watch that video. They got the worst roads in America. It's awful. All kinds of chains, carabiners, that kind of stuff. Never know what you're going to need. I can tell you what you're going to need, whatever you don't have. Then it's off to hunting a hardware store, or if it's real bad, calling somebody to bring it to you. I know some of you are probably going to tell me, my goodness, why in the world do you have all that stuff in your truck? But I can tell you, almost without exception, that everything I'm taking back out of this truck, at one time or another, I have used it. All right, there's another small set. I use it all the time. All right, this is in case your electric jack quits running on your trailer. So I keep this in here. Never has quit. I hope it never does quit, but that's what this is, so I ever gotta have it. I said I've used everything in here probably one time or another. They just made a liar out of me, didn't it? Because I ain't never had to use that. All right, here's the Mac Daddy of them all. You want to have you one of those or a really nice tow rope. Because guess what? If it rains real bad or you get off the side of the road somewhere you didn't know it was soft, you're probably going to need somebody to help you out a little bit. These are dividers for that yellow cabinet. So again, if you end up buying this, remind me I got these. So next week I get the copper put on it. Guess that's it for now. I'm not going to bore you with washing the back of the truck out. All right, I'm going to go find some water and take a break. We'll see you a little later. Bye.